Hey guys! Yes, my hair is blue and purple, we are moving on. So today I wanted to talk about crowdfunding. So crowdfunding, for those of you who don't know, is the idea that a creator can go, I want to make this thing or do this thing, and that you, as an audience member and a consumer, can go, I also want you to do that thing and donate money towards that cause. 3 of the most popular crowdfunding sites would be Kickstarter, Gofundme, and Patreon. Kickstarter is definitely the most well-known and most utilized, I think. Kickstarter functions on the idea that the creator sets a financial goal for a singular project, like, I want to film this movie, this is how much money I need. And then based on your donation amount, $5, $10, $15, you get a reward at the end of the project if it reaches its financial goal. Like, you get listed in the credits, or you receive, concept art. Things like that. So Kickstarter is very focused on the one project, you get the one reward with the one end goal. Gofundme is another site that I've seen used. It's less interaction between the creator or the person who's made the campaign and the people who donate. It's more of, this is the amount of money I need for this, and then you donate, and that's it. I've seen GoFundMe utilized for things like emergency medical bills. I've also seen it utilized for things like trips to Europe that a person wants to take. And then the last one I want to talk about is Patreon. Patreon functions on a similar level to Kickstarter in that depending on how much you donate, you get a reward for that level of donation. But Patreon is a monthly donation. So the donation levels are usually lower. They're usually like $1, $5. Whereas people for Kickstarter may be more willing to donate $20 towards a project. Most people aren't really willing to donate $20 a month towards a project. And Patreon is actually by far my favorite of these crowdfunding sources. Well, as a creator, as someone who wants to make creating my job, the idea of having a monthly income based on people who also want to see the things that I'm making is pretty appealing. Rather than me having to focus on, getting 2 real life jobs, I can have a real life job and then I can have the backing I get from people who want to see the stuff I create as another source of income. And the wonderful thing about crowdfunding, in my opinion, is it's the crowd funding it. It's right in the name. If you don't feel like donating or, contributing money towards a person's cause, you don't have to. If you don't think someone wanting to take a trip to Europe is worth your money, you don't have to give it to them. But if you want to see this movie or this game that this person is trying to create, yeah, you can donate money to that. But if you don't think it's a worthy cause, you don't have to give them money to do the thing. And now you may be wondering why I'm bringing up crowdfunding. Well, until recently, I had 2 jobs, and then my seasonal job ended, which left me in a less secure place financially, but it left me with a lot of time that I can put towards making videos and making stuffed animals and doing the creative things I want to have be my second job. But at the moment, I don't make enough money for that. But I am starting Patreon so that I can focus more on making that my second job and have, the backing from people who want the content I create. And this is something I've been considering for a while, but it wasn't until my seasonal job ended that I was like, maybe I should actually do this or try this. So I put out a post on Facebook last week asking what people thought about that. And it didn't exactly go the way I planned. And I will say right off the bat, it could have been phrased a little bit better. The way I phrased it made it seem a little bit like I was trying to shirk my responsibilities, and that's not what I'm intending at all. So this is what I said. So I'm thinking about starting a Patreon and or a GoFundMe so I can worry a little less about all the adult things like rent and bills and loan payments, and hopefully have a little more time to dedicate towards all my creative endeavors like YouTube and sewing commissions. What do you guys think? Like I said, it's a little vague. It seems a little bit like I'm trying to shirk my responsibilities. It's a little open for interpretation. And I figured that out pretty quick. So overall, the response to this post was positive, or at least constructive. Think about how many people you would need for your proceeds to be substantial. People asking for clarification, like, if we donate, what do we get in return, or is it just helping a friend to help a friend? And that is wonderful. I'm so glad that I have so many supportive friends and so many friends who jumped in to defend me, because there were a couple of people who did not take that post well. So the very first response that I got on this post asking if making a Patreon might be a good idea, I don't think it's a good idea to ask adults to help you not deal with adult things. I'll be honest, that first response made me feel a little attacked. My boyfriend even jumped in and said, hey, you came off as kind of aggressive and kind of shut things down if you were looking for a discussion, and to which he replied, I was never interested in a discussion. Cassie solicited opinions. Here's a summary of my point. Don't beg for someone to pay for the lifestyle you want. Take the time to earn it. Which is what I'm trying to do, I think. Another person further down in the comments thread said, stop being lazy and get a better job. Don't go around begging people for money. Which in my mind, again, is not what I'm doing. Begging for money would be asking for people to give me something with nothing to offer in return. As it is, I am offering the content that I create. And this is not to say that I'm not looking for another second real job. I am. As it is right now, I don't actually have the biggest audience in the world. I am still at the point where I can usually go into the comments and feel pretty good about myself. Unlike if you look at the comments on like bigger YouTubers channels where it's lots of GTFO, you're a fag, things like that. For me, it's usually pretty constructive and or a direct response to my video, which is nice. So while this Patreon is mainly focused towards my YouTube channel, I also do things like make dolls and sew and draw and do commissions for people. Like I said, overwhelmingly the response was positive. It's just, you know, one rotten apple spoils the barrel kind of thing. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify that I'm not a terrible person trying to steal your money for useless things. I am asking if you so choose to donate money towards me making stuff for you. Overall, I think crowdfunding is a wonderful tool for creators to use, which is why I am trying to utilize it now. So if you go down into the Thingity, you will find a link to my Patreon, and there you can see what the donation levels are, what you'll get in return. I am trying to give back. I want to give you things. I just don't have time because real life is, you know, terrible. Anyway, I'm Cassie, and more likely than not, I love you, and I will see you soon. End transmission. Oh, there's a kitten trying to get in my room. I know, baby.